A lot of you have been asking me to do this, so I figured why not? So recently, Nintendo made an update that, for various reasons, item probability, blue shell, shock chances, have made it so that front running is a much more dominant strategy compared to bagging, which is what I'm doing now, which is to stay in the back and try to get items and use your good items to try and make a comeback. This is, was a very, very good strategy. It's not the only thing you could do by any means, but it was very strong. And now it is weaker because the chances of a shock and therefore shock dodges are less, which makes it so that the baggers have a harder time coming back. And blue shells are less common, so running got better. The middle spots can also pull speed items more often now, so it's less chaotic there. They can all speed up a little bit more. Hard for me to catch up. But as you can see what I'm doing here, you might be wondering, hey, I thought... Oh, that swoop just got destroyed. You might be wondering, hey, I thought you were supposed to be waiting in the back. What are you doing? Why are you in fourth already? Well, it's because everything's going perfectly. Oh, no! I hit the pole. That was so slow. I'll chain right here. I'm in fifth. I could get triple mushrooms. A single mushroom would be great, too. Not quite. Okay, I can chain both of these. See if I get a mushroom here. Yeah, wait a bit, actually. This increases my shock dodge chance, because people might chain shock into that set, but after the update... Yes! Oh, that's way less common after the update. I just got so lucky. That is the best and most common shock spot, but oftentimes after the update, people don't have the shock by then. Okay, so if you are new to Mario Kart, you're maybe even a new viewer, you don't play the game, you might think that bagging is just staying in the back and making a comeback at the end. But that's just one version of bagging. I am running now! Get wrecked. Swoop on swoop violence. So, yeah, bagging takes many, many forms. It's a common misconception that you can just make a comeback at the end. If that's what you're doing, that's not good. It can be good, but it's... Oh, wow, that almost got stolen. But it's not usually the best version of bagging. So, today, I'm going to be going over all the different variations of how bagging works, and I want to show you a few things. One is that it's probably a lot harder and more complicated than you thought, and it does require good driving skill. And two, I don't even know the answer to this. I want to see if it's still a strong strategy. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, so in the last video of front running only, we actually got this track. And I said, I've never front-run it before. I've only ever gotten triple mushroom star, take all the shortcuts, because the track is perfectly designed for that, and then I always end up back at the front. But yeah, whenever there's a track with a lot of shortcuts just like all over the place, then triple mushroom star run is a very strong strategy. So we're gonna go for this gap jump. Okay, nice. If the... Oh, the penguin! If the boost panel lets me take it, I take it. Otherwise, I don't mind burning one extra mushroom there because I actually need one less mushroom than 3. I can use 1 to recover. Come on, they're taking all the coins. Actually, you could call this a different strategy because the star, I'm not even saving it that long. This is a star chain shortcut strategy where I'm chaining the star takes me the shortcut, and then I get more items. Okay, this is great. I got a blue shell. Yup, as promised, I'm back in a top spot, guaranteed, and I'm holding the blue shell in first. Wait, I don't even need a mushroom then, I could just take this. I don't need to dodge a blue shell, come on. You know, this is the beauty of bagging. You get situations you would never otherwise get to see. I have a less than 2-second lead. Yeah, they have a mushroom behind me, so this... Oh, they only have 1. Okay, if this is the one who ends up in first, I can blue them. And I still have a small chance to win. Alright, let's go. And get out of the way. You pulled a horde?! You're so lucky. Oh. Oh, I'm so lucky. Let's go. Come on. I think Spike knows what to do. They're holding down on the glider a bit. Second! No! I don't think there's anything I could have done there! I've definitely had situations before where people don't know to hold down on each boost ring and I just pass them at the end. This is why you gotta know all the little things. Airship Fortress is a very strong running track, and often you want to, especially if you're starting in a top spot, go fight for this rail here. but I'm not going to do it because I have to bag. I think the rule here is I just have to get 2 items at the first item set, if possible, and then just go from there. And then that's the only rule, because if I say I have to be like in last place by the end of lap 1 or something, that's not what bagging often looks like. So it would not make sense to have that strong of a restriction. All I really need to do is slow down at the start, get good items, and then see where the race takes me. So the strategy I'll be using here is triple mushroom star run. This is one I actually do a lot on airship if I can't get a good start. And I'll try to take this ending shortcut every lap. Man. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be more peaceful back here, but everyone seems to have the same idea. Interesting. This does make it harder for me because these rails are very contested now where I am. There's a piranha plant bumping me around. Wow. Yeah, being in the pack is always a risk, especially on this track, but really on any track. Hope none of these people have an attack item. If I fall off the glider, I'm kind of cooked. Okay, there's a boomerang. I'm staying so far to the side. I need to know. What? 11th. Oh! People bumped me. No item. That sucks. If I got a mushroom here, that would have been really nice, but see, like, my star can't make it into here. But that is a chaotic section that sometimes has a shock, which is why star there is good. Unfortunately, though, as you can see, what? That star gave me almost no reward. I couldn't even get an item, and I dodged nothing for it. So, like, a star I used on one of the 2 previous races was a lot stronger than this one. Let's get away. There's a mega. Oh, I thought it would end. I barely escaped. What? That's not dodgeable. This is going to be a bad race. Unless I get a bullet. No, what? There's no way that piranha plant again! I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here! They just have low handling. They had to go slow. That's not even their choice. I'm just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, the piranha plant got last. Okay, well, that's a huge VR loss. Alright, Swoop. Wipe off your eyes. Wake up! It's time to bag! So normally I would not be bagging this track. I at least want a chance to maybe get a lead in the front. And if that doesn't work out, maybe switch to bagging if I end up too far back. But this is very good for running. However, at the end of Dry Bones Burnout, it has a lot of shortcuts right after the final item set. So we'll see what I can get here. If I can make an early comeback with like a bullet golden mushroom combo, that's great. If not, maybe I can even like try to pull the shock. Ooh, okay. So the strategy that I'm going for here is actually shock bagging. That's the one that I started with. I wanted to be in 19th or worse, which is where you can get the shock, and just keep rolling and rolling and rolling items. But if I get double dodge, which is what I have, 2 invincibility items, 2 items that can dodge the shock, this is a very good cue to just hold it. Hold it for the rest of the race. Don't use it, ever. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to use it at some point. But here's the plan here. So originally this was shock bagging, but shock bagging usually don't get the shock. It turns into something else. And I got double dodge really early. So now I'm just trying to make a comeback. And the comeback mainly just shields me. Perfect timing. The comeback shields me against being hit, right? I don't want to be in last place. And then suddenly a last throw boomerang or a backed ice flower just puts me so far back that I'm unreasonably far and have to start using these. And the plan here is that the big shortcuts are right at the end. They're after the final item set. So that is the best spot. If somebody gets the shock, that's the best spot for them to use it, because it stops everyone from taking the final shortcuts. So I have 2 dodges, so I don't need to save it all the way till then. I can use it at the item set before as well. So this is really safe, because if there are not that many good shock spots, then this really covers you, and I can very likely get a shock dodge. And if no shock dodge, this is still a lot of speed, so I can come back with this. I could get shocked here, which is risky, but in that case, I'm still in a bottom spot, and he can get items to salvage the race at the end. So this is the second last item set coming up here. I'm really far back. I'm gonna use the bullet a bit early. All right, let's go. Just in case the shock happens a bit early. Yes, let's go. Okay, it got the top spots into the glider, so they're gonna be tough to beat. I'll just hold this for the shortcuts. Mega Mushroom cannot get stolen. I'm not urgent to be using this. Man, this really reminds me of the old days. The first few months of bagging, I did this all the time. Such a good strategy. Now the shock is less common, so it's not as strong, but as you can see, it still works. Oh, boo cinema. Bagging, boo cinema. This is not the play in my opinion, but running can be equally risky because it's just so hard to get away from everybody. This can work. I've seen it work, but I usually at least try to get a chance to be at the front at the start because then I'm not locked into the strategy, right? A lot of the time you want to go forward first, just see if you get lucky. You know, if it doesn't work out, switch back to bagging. Because one of the things about bagging is you can come back here anytime you want. But with running, you know, I can't just be at the front anytime I want. That would be crazy. Okay, so I'm doing triple mushroom star run again, but this is a very weak strategy on this track because while there is a big shortcut, there is a shortcut every lap, it is not a big shortcut. So unlike, you know, DK Pass or even something like Airship Fortress, yeah, I gotta go wide now. Yeah, this is hardly even a shortcut. 2 Mega Mushrooms. Okay, I'm gonna get bumped. Alright, we're living. But yeah, as you can see, like 1 lap down and I'm not even close to the front. This is not a good strategy. But I do have one crutch, which is a shock dodge. And there's no best shock spot on this track. Oh yeah, I did even mention this. Like, some people ask me, what do you mean by a good shock spot or best shock spot? Well, I actually wrote this down. Let me check my notes on the glider. Yeah, so there are a few reasons why a shock spot is good, and that's where you want to use your shock dodge item. One is if there's an item set before a big shortcut, so you can protect your items for it. As you can see here, that's not the way this item set's laid out. Another reason is a chaotic section, which this track everywhere is chaotic. Another reason is if your dodge item can take the shortcut, which is not true in this track. And another reason is just a shock read. Maybe the shock's gonna be right here. This is the most common spot. Come on. Probably not. Oh, that's so late. Yo. Oh, I hit L by accident. Don't crash out. I hit L by accident. And then I thought they were gonna go tight and they went wide. Oh my. That's so embarrassing. I probably should have won this race. No. I can never show my face here again. Okay, this track is a textbook star chain item, huge shortcuts, and it's just, there is an incredible shock spot as soon as we get to Great Question Block Ruins, and this is true for any intermission leading to Great Question Block Ruins. So I'm... Okay. Completely switching. Throw away everything I just said. We're gonna make an early comeback. I'm switching strategy because I got the star in the first slot. Actually, I'm so glad that just happened. You've all probably seen me do the shock dodge strategy enough times on this, and it's pretty simple. Anyone can do it. Just take a star to Great Question Block Ruins. But if I got star first slot, and you know, that's a great opportunity to just come back to the front. Wow. And if you can be at the front, the shock doesn't hurt you so much. Because the shock makes you lose your items, but at the front, your items are not that good to begin with. And this track is short enough, I can maybe just hope there's no shock. I will save this mushroom for the Great Question Block Ruins shortcut. And if there's no shock there, I get to live. So it's a risk, right? I could get shocked and lose my mushroom. But if I'm in the back and there's no shock, my comeback that I make is not even that big. It's a risk no matter what you do, but given the exact situation I was in, it was actually better to make an early comeback, which is one type of bagging strategy. We're living, maybe. Okay, I did the fast strat and I avoided the star. Nice. Okay. Triple greens. I'm not going to fight them on the rail. They might go for the rail. Yeah, going for the rail. Okay, we are almost at the same spot. This is so dangerous. That lag was crazy. Draft? No, I lost my bomb. No, I got boxed in. Okay, like, misplay from me, but yeah, there's not much I could do there. I only lost one spot for it, whatever. Okay, well, that worked. I hope that goes to show the flexibility you have to have in bagging. I bagged for about 20 seconds and just ran the rest of the race. You have to be open to quick strategy changes depending on what items you get. We are going to Faraway Oasis, and if you are a competitive player, you may know that Faraway Oasis is very famous for having a very degenerate strategy, which is, you know, I've never heard like a very quick, clean name for it. If I had to give it a name, I actually thought about it. Something like dodge item before shortcuts. Or dibs. You know, dibs on the shortcut. I get to take it, no one else does, because if they lose their items and I dodge, then I get to take the shortcut. So that's a common thing, especially star chaining into the second item set on Faraway Oasis. And the star doesn't take the shortcut. So it's not a star chain shortcut. It's a dodge item before shortcut. It's a little bit different, but it's a similar idea. You're trying to protect your items for the shortcut. Wait, hang on. I'm just going to come back. Early comeback. I got Golden Bullet. If you see this combination or the reverse, it's very good. Golden is very strong on the water, and the Bullet, if I get hit, I'm going to not speed up. I'm going to try and get a good item and then speed up through the final shortcut. Wow, they're throwing it backwards. They're very smart. That's often a better strategy, but a lot of people don't do it. Oh, got protection too. Okay. Well, like there's no point going around this shortcut. I'm just going to try to get the biggest lead I can, and hopefully no shock. Hopefully no blue shell too. Anything I do is a risk, right? But if you get a big lead, that tends to make it so that the worst case scenario is better. What? Did you... I had to completely correct that. I messed up my drift. DOS, you are getting punished for that. I cannot have you creeping up on me. I think I cut them off the track. I was so mean. Yeah, I was hoping for a feather. Chocolate. Oh, jinxed it. That's horrible. I should have thought about it. Maybe go left path, because you don't die to the shock there. But I'm still in a top spot. If I get a mushroom here, I'm pretty okay. Oh, nice. Blue shell. Oh. Okay, barely dodged that. Go, go, go. Fourth, nice. That was very good. I switched strategy to early comeback because of the item combo I got, but turns out, because the shock happened at the second item set, dodging there would have been the best. But there's no way to know beforehand, so I managed the risk best by just getting to the front. Okay, so what I usually do on Crown City is I would go for a food bag or triple mushrooms or something and try to use this to make a comeback at the first lap shortcut. And if that puts me at the front with multiple mushrooms, then that's, you know, best case scenario. And I'll try to run from there and see how it goes. But I don't mind bagging this because often it doesn't work out and then I just have to bag. And so what I'm going to do here... Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little bit of shock bagging. You can just try to take a star up and try to dodge at the first item set of lap 3. And the reason that one is good is for the principles that I mentioned earlier. It is the item set before the big shortcuts. So it's the dibs strategy. Dibs on the shortcut. Don't shock my items away. Okay, I'm still very far back. No comeback potential. I'm going to drop to 19th. And then use this mushroom to help me quickly chain 2 items. Okay. I'll just use the golden where it's good. So at this point, I have to save the bullet for then. It doesn't really make sense to keep trying to reroll for dodge items because they're not that common. So I'm going to use the golden right here. This is where we don't have boosts for a while. And then, if it's convenient, I'll get the next item in 19th. But otherwise, 15th is fine too. As long as it's not a coin shell, I'll get a great item. At least triple mushrooms. It's a bit of a risk. Oh. Okay, we'll try 13th. Maybe I'll get lucky. They were slowing down way too much. Oh, that's the best I could have gotten. Wow. Okay. I'm really close to the back, so I'll dodge early just in case they use it early. But they have to chain into the set. If they have it, yes! It works, it works. Now I get to take the shortcuts. Dibs on the shortcuts. Look, I'm in second! When the bagging works. Okay, a coin. No, of course you have a red shell. Oh, you have multiple. Okay, I was dead anyway. Try to get away from them, stay wide. I think I should still get second. It's very chaotic on the right. Okay, nice, second. Bagging works. Whenever there's a shock there, Crown City is a bagging track. But if not, it's a running track. We are going to Choco Mountain. Okay, so when you see that the entrance you're going towards on Choco Mountain has the heart on the left, like you're going directly at the heart shaped on the left, you know, like a sideways heart, then that's how you know you're playing the full lap of Choco Mountain, not just the ending of Choco Mountain. And this means there are going to be more shortcuts. So bagging is very, very strong on this one. It is very hard to run this track effectively because the shortcuts just, they save so much time. And a star or Mega Mushroom at that first item set is very powerful because it takes both shortcuts, and especially a star. A star is better because you can chain items too. Oh, I messed up. I forgot. There's a 2 mushroom shortcut right before. Yeah, you really have to know the track layouts in advance. I'm skipping this massive shortcut right now. This was not planned well. I was just like, oh, I'm in 15th or whatever. I'll just chain this while I have a chance and don't get too far ahead. But nope, I'm super far back now. And I'm not trying to use my items early and predict a shock right here. If it's here, oh well, you got me. But this would be a shock read. This is not a good spot to use the star because it only gives me one benefit, and that's if the shock happens here. But if I use it at the next set, I can also take shortcuts. So my hope is that the shock is in play now, and they'll have to use it here, otherwise they can't take the shortcuts themselves. If someone has shock in second slot, though, they will probably take shortcuts and use it at the next set, which also happens like 50% of the time. And I think we are currently in that 50%, but maybe we're in the 33% where there's no shock. All right, let's go for the shortcuts here. No. This is so slow now. Yeah, I mean, I messed up a bit. The strategy I did is strong, but you have to... Oh, let's... Oh, I draft. They're so fast. If your shock read is wrong, sometimes you just lose. That's one of the big risks in bagging. Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone who bagged won the race, but a lot of us guessed wrong and didn't win. We are going to Wario Stadium. Okay, so this map layout, I think, really highlights some of the difficulty in bagging and also the difficulty in running. Because if you are front running this, you need to know some of the, you know, 1 mushroom shortcuts, and they're tough to spot on this track. It's hard to know how to do it right. Like, even this first one is a bit unintuitive. We're gonna make sure we take this and then take 1 more before it, before the star chain spot. There's a really good star chain spot on this track, but it's maybe not where you expect. Okay, and then so if you're running, right, you have to like know all the shortcuts to be fast. But if you're bagging, look at this map and tell me where you're gonna use all your mushrooms. It's hard to say, right? Like this big shortcut on the left, you can't get too much of a time save unless you have a golden mushroom or a bullet. So I'm just not even gonna take it. It's just not worth it with the items that I have. So yeah, the strategy I'm doing this time is star chain item shortcut. You could also call it triple mushroom star run. It's both right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm skipping this shortcut. I had to recover earlier, but it's fine. A lot of these shortcuts are not that big, but this one's very important. 15th or worse. Nice. Oh, great item. I can dodge at the next set too. Oh, yes, yes, I guessed right. Okay, I don't have to use this now. This is the item set before the Wario Stadium shortcut, so this is also a great set to dodge. All right, I'm gonna try and squish the triple red shells. It's not targeting if it's literally my best play, because they are an immediate threat to me after I take the shortcut. All right, so I would golden through this section right here on the off-road, the like dirt below. But the shock already happened. If there was no shock, I'd try to use this before the shock eventually hits. But right now, oh, Baby Rosa messed up. Right now, this is better to hold because I'm only likely to lose this to a boo, but not the shock. And it gives me a big benefit if I am able to hold it. Now, let's use it through the ending cut. There was not really another good spot for it anyway. Nice, huge lead, yes! When you guess right, you get the win! It feels like bagging's great. It can't go wrong. I'm gonna be completely honest though, I do feel like I'm getting luckier than usual after the update because there have been a lot of shocks today. All right, we are going to Toad's factory, and let me just tell you everything that's going through my mind right now. I will start by doing shock bagging. Because one of the things about Toad's Factory's ending is it's extremely chaotic, and if you get a shock dodge, you kind of just win. Oh, what the? I bagged too hard. Nintendo's bagging nerf finally coming into play. If you sit at an item set for too long, this happens. But bullet bills are very strong. There's a bullet extension, and if I can pull the shock, that's even better. If I can hit Odin, then I win. Odin's a great player, looking backwards. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm so far in last. You know what? Here's a strategy I could go for. So this is wait in the back. It's maybe the lamest one, but it is what I did with the double dodge strategy. You can do it with single dodge, which is my bullet bill. Odin, why are you slowing down? Draft me. Get back in front of me. I don't want to get hit by the shock. We are really far behind. I don't know how much of a comeback I can make with this, but I am considering one option I have is to save it all the way for the bullet extension on Toad's Factory through the really chaotic section, which is the S-bend. People get hit there a lot. Yeah, and then if I can golden through the ending, that'll be really nice. So I'm just trying to stay in a lower spot where it's unlikely to get shocked. Anyone 19th or higher... Oh. That was the item set before water. And water's kind of a shortcut. You know what? That's totally fair. I should have guessed it. I should have used the bullet. It's so much to think about. You see how much I was already thinking, and I just completely missed that. That was a blind spot. Complete misplay. Did you catch that? If you caught that as I was playing, good job. As always, I can still improve a lot. Uh-oh. Bullet, don't drop. Go, go, go. Salvage me a spot. Thank you for... Oh, I misplayed so bad. Still got 12th. I guess I also did not expect Shock to get pulled that early, but I gotta keep in mind that's a comeback spot. Recently, I've really been enjoying running the Bowser's Castle intermissions, and the reason for that is because they often have some shortcuts that a lot of people don't know, and I can use that to my advantage. But if you don't know them, the bagging can be quite strong too. And the idea for bagging on Bowser's Castle intermissions is you just want to bring a shock dodge item to protect you for the turn skip shortcut. So, oh, wow. So that is kind of a, let's call it the dib strategy again. Dodge item before shortcut, just to make sure you can take it. It's kind of dodge item in the shortcut as well. Okay, 15th or worse, I will chain. I want the star in my first slot, and I can chain this at the first item set on Bowser's Castle. Coin shell. Okay, I mean, I can work with this. 15th can get a dodge item, but it's kind of rare. It's mainly just Mega Mushrooms, so I think what I'll do is use the coin shell for coins. I'm very low on coins right now. And drop for 19th, so I cannot get another coin shell. Okay, here we go. If I get a dodge item, that'll be great. No, I have to spam this. Have to be quick with that. You always have to plan out what you want, and then get it quick. So I did a strategy there. Oh, nice. Okay, actually, I don't need the bullet then. I could just speed up because I'm very far behind. I'm just going to use the Mega Mushroom as my dodge item for the shortcut. I'm in a bit of a high spot. I'm not going to drop for 15th. Because if I do, it's going to make it, like, I need to delay the Mega Mushroom a bit. Okay, here. Right before you land on the ground, otherwise it doesn't last long enough. Oh. Okay, nice. Alright, Shock didn't happen. Ah, Shock is here. Okay. Ah, no, what? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I made the shortcut. You can see I'm still in a great spot. A lot of players are really far behind, and they're not going to be able to catch up. Because they got shocked in the shortcut, right? I just barely made it, thanks to using my dodge item there. That's why it's so crucial. Some chaos right here. Triple green's watching for it after the shortcut. I think I'm ahead. Yep, hold down. That's triple reds. I'll take it. Shake trick. Oh, it didn't come out. Okay, so I needed a shake trick, and I would not have lost time taking a red shell there. I was worried about a second red shell hitting me on the ground, and that would be really bad. So I saved my super horn for that. But great result in the end, and it was because I stayed protected throughout that shortcut. Oh, I didn't even finish my thought from earlier. So I did a super secret hidden technique there, which is I was holding my last mushroom from triple mushrooms, and then I touched the item box first before using the mushroom. In Mario Kart World, it lets you chain items if you have a very precise timing like this, but when you touch the item box, it already determines what the first item is going to give you is, but you cannot have two of the same item at the same time. So the first item it gives me cannot be triple mushrooms. So since I don't want triple mushrooms, this just increases the chances that I get other stuff. Okay, I was talking about the mini-map earlier, and this one is pretty obvious. Can you spot the massive shortcut on the map? Okay, it's kind of deceiving. It's not the first left turn, it's the right turn. It's that big hump on the map. That is a massive shortcut, and if you can get an invincibility, or a dodge item into that area, that is really, really good, because you stay protected taking that entire shortcut, and guaranteeing you can take it is the strategy. Okay, we are finally here. The bullets can take these shortcuts now. Oh, that's a terrible line. That hardly took the shortcut. Okay, I'll need to figure that out, because I've done this. I tested this, but maybe you have to go a lot further forward and further right. Maybe I just don't save a bullet for that cut. What the? A golden mushroom's way better there. Okay, but a golden mushroom doesn't make you invincible. Just gonna protect for that item set too. Oh, okay, okay. So I'm no longer going for a shock dodge or a late comeback. I think if I have an opportunity here. I'm in 10th. I could just grab one item and get back to the front. 11th would be great. They hit each other. 9th is all right. Maybe I get a good item here. Red shell. I can make it through a cut right here. Oh, what? I missed the tree. Kamek. This is not good. I need more luck than this. Okay, I'll stay in 5th. I'm not redding this baby peach. And if I don't get it, I can consider chaining item at the next set too. Yes, I got a mushroom. That's all I need. Oh, no! That wasn't even risky. I just messed up. I'm not risking it on mushrooms. I'm safe to go here. Yes. Oh. Oh, that was so good. Yes, I grew earlier. I was behind. Nice protection. Oh, how did I win that race? I'm so glad I went for Tarzan. Because we were all in the air, it just put us all at the same spot after the shock, and I grew first, so I was just winning. Oh man, that's insane. I've never won Cheap Cheap Falls like this before. Ooh, okay, we're going to Choco Mountain again. Quiz time. Is that the full lap of Choco Mountain? Or is that only the second half? We're heading towards the heart shape on the map, so it is the entire Choco Mountain, which means you definitely want to be able to take all those shortcuts. Just want to be in 15th or worse here, so I have a chance at a good item. Go, guys! 14th! Okay, whatever. Yes! Got it this time. We gamble! We win! Yo, what? Stars are lasting forever! How? What? Always the ground star, maybe? Whatever. That's a really good golden spot. It's Phantom. Did they just get that? Oh, I meant to throw that backwards. Shake trick? Yeah, I was just trying to hit the person with the golden mushroom. I didn't react to the fact that my banana already hit. Okay, well, sometimes you win because you guessed right, and sometimes you lose because you guessed wrong. Okay, we are going to Moo Moo Meadows, forward Moo Moo Meadows, and I might do a bit of shock bagging at the start, but the thing is, like, I'm so down to switch strategy on this one. If I can just come back to the front and have a mushroom, that's also really great. And the reason is because on Moo Moo Meadows, you really only need, like, one mushroom to, like, get a lot of the time saved from the shortcuts. I'm in 14th. I will not chain. Unlike Choco Mountain, where you really do need a lot of items to come back, Moo Moo Meadows is not like that. However, having a lot of items is also really good. So I'll just see which one seems to have a better opportunity to, like, take full advantage of that strategy. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Okay, we're just coming back to the front. Let's just hope this works. I We'll see if... Yeah, I'm pretty close, actually. Okay, there's a big shortcut here. See if I get something good. And I don't want to drop any further back, because I... Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, because I had a really good opportunity here. I'm all the way back in 7th. So, once again, you have to be very open to switching strategies. My shock bagging turned into early comeback, right? The 2 different strategies, and it's because I just randomly, I messed up and saw an opportunity to do this. I just have to hope for no shock right now. If shock happens later, that's fine. I just need to get this golden mushroom through. And it's a single box where the shock spot was, so unlikely someone actually shocks there. Nice. Okay, if shock happens from here on out, I'm totally okay with that. Monty Mole Cycle, I can't go for the shortcut. Get him. How are you getting a draft? What? Oh! Oh. Okay, Karukan, you are so smart. They did a boosted charge jump and dodged the shock through the finish line. I was doing all that, and Karukan just calmly gets a Chad draft and dodges the shock. Oh, wow. We have DK Pass on Mirror Mode. Okay, this is... I'm so glad Mirror Mode showed up in this video, because I have a theory, and it's 100% true, that I'm the Mirror Mode king. No, that's not my theory. My theory is that bagging is way better on Mirror Mode. Why is that? Think about that for a moment, if you would like, before I tell you the answer of why that is. I mean, it's not too complicated. So basically, people are bad at running on Mirror Mode because, you know, you'll mess up the shortcuts, you don't do them all so optimally. So then bagging, you know, relatively speaking, gets better. You know, it's a lot simpler to do the driving while bagging. And so in this case, I'm going to be shock bagging the entire time. And trust me, this is really good on Mirror Mode. Oh, what? Odin! What did you... Okay, that makes sense. I think what a lot of people think is meant by bagging is basically like shock bagging, or what I've called before as hard bagging, where you just keep staying in the back and try to make it come back right at the end. That is a bad strategy to default to. You need to be able to constantly switch it up to many different types of strategies. This, I think, what I'm doing right now is that lame strategy that people think is like stupid, degenerate, no skill. I'll agree with you, this is... Oh, what? Yeah, I'll agree with you that this strategy is lame and it's very low skill. But that's just this one strategy I'm doing right now. If you start with a strategy, if you want to be actually good at bagging, you have to be able to quickly switch into so many different strategies, right? Otherwise, you're not taking full advantage of the opportunities that are given to you. Okay, can I get in 15th here? Oh, that's really good. And I'm messing up. But probably so is everyone else. That's my gambit. Get him. Get him. Get... Oh, Odin! Laggiest player I know. I'll take a 5th place, though. Great question block ruins. A lot of people default to bagging on this one, but it's just triple mushroom star and then run. Because there are plenty of shortcuts, so this is going to be very similar to what I did on DK Pass at the very beginning. Not the Mirror Mode DK Pass I just played. Oh, that was a weird attachment. Okay. Gotta get some coins. A bit low on coins right now. I want to get them out of the way and not have to deal with getting more later. 6 is plenty. Alright, so now we just try to hold this as long as I can. Take one shortcut with each. And try not to get red shelled off the glider. If I see a red shell warning, I will pop the star because otherwise I just fall off and I lose everything. Alright, we're good though. People behind me have mushrooms. Oh! Someone had a red shell. I think they didn't make it onto the rail. Nice. Okay, so this star could get booed. I could get shocked. But my biggest benefit is saving it either for a blue shell or a shortcut. And just randomly using it is not my best play. But I won't use it on this shortcut. This shortcut's not that big. The next one's the important one. So I will use it at the earliest spot where... Oh, never mind. I was going to use it on the finish line. Actually, this showed up in a recent video already. I don't really care too much to showcase it again. And I remember saying, I don't care if I lose it on the glider, because I dodge in the glider, it's fine. People behind me can't take the shortcut either, right? They also lost their item on the glider. So we're good, we're good. I'm only worried about blue shell right now. Also red shell. I get a double item. Okay, I can protect. Not going for the feather cut right here. It's very, very difficult. I'll just hold it for a red shell. Oh, okay. Did not see if they had anything. Oh, it went for them! Let's go. Baby Peach fighting it out on the minimap. Baby Peach on Baby Peach violence. Wow. Bagging is still so good. I really didn't expect to get 9,500 again! Quick review, shall we? We had triple mushroom star run, star chain shortcut, early comeback, dodge item before shortcut, or dibs, wait in the back, which has single dodge item or double dodge item strategy, and this starts from shock bagging, and we had the shock read strategy, which is really just a desperation strategy that works sometimes if it's your only play to get back to the front. And these are flexible, it's fluid. These are not strategies you should just commit to and commit to for the rest of the race, right? You start by doing a bit of bagging and then you see where that takes you, and you have to be able to quickly react to which one you want to do, depending on the track layout, where the shortcuts are, how far you are from the top spots. You know, do you think you can make a comeback? That also depends on the track layout. You know, where are the shortcuts? Where are the slow and fast spots? Where are the chaotic spots? Oh man. That's a lot to think about. You need a lot of track knowledge to be able to do this optimally. And I'm good at it, but I don't think I'm perfect at it. I made a lot of mistakes because it's just so much to think about. Oh yeah, and that's not even to mention, if bad things start happening to you, you have to be able to switch your strategy based on what's now optimal. Oh man, like, bagging is very complicated. I don't think it gets enough credit for being such a difficult strategy with so many nuances and so many ways. Like, you know, there were some races where I just came back to the front within like the first 20 seconds, and then it was running for the rest of the race, right? If you want to be a good bagger, you also have to have good running skills. That is bagging. I started by bagging, and then I decided, you know, the best thing to do with my items is to come back to the front. Sometimes I do that on lap 3, sometimes I do that at the start of the race. It's just the way bagging is. So, you know, some people are still going to say, yeah, bagging is lame. That's fair. You spend a little bit more time being lame, but I think it's very, very interesting if you push it to a high level. It's so much more than a lot of people think bagging is, and as much as I love that the new update made running better, I got a boomerang. Speaking of the new update, it's okay, this will be easy to get rid of. I think running got better, and I love that. I prefer running, but I also like bagging. I think that it's, like, the better you get at this game, the more fun every part of it gets, right? Doing cool intermission shortcuts, or planning a sick comeback. Okay, get away from that. Oh man. Peach Beach. I'm in the water. It's very slow. I need a speed item here. Hopefully I get one. So yeah, this game is sick. I didn't get a speed item. This game sucks. Right. I mean, what we've learned today is that bagging sucks. I got 22nd.